Today started out not so eventful, or maybe it was rather eventful. I started out slow but progressive. I got all the basic works done. I took care of things. I intended to actually do some actual work, and things got changed around. Did I actually get the work done that I wanted to do? No. But I still got something done. So, check mark. I got something done. I got recycling completely taken care of, bagged up. Wasn't even sure I was going to get it out today because I had a surprise. My niece decided that she could leave, and because we have a situation at the house, somebody has to be aware and awake at all times due to an incident that happened. And so, anyhow, we had a small setback because of that. So she went off and she did her thing, which ended up circumventing all of the plans. Everything that was planned out for the day stopped dead in its tracks. But that's okay. We accept it, we embrace it, we say, moving on to the next day. Well, I literally thought we were going to be moving to the next day, meaning tomorrow, to get some actual work done and get some actual income going through the, yeah, to the point that I thought that I was going to be short and everything else. Well, miracle of miracles, that didn't happen. Thank you. So, what did really happen? Well, did do the walk that we normally do Monday through Saturday. Did get that done. Then the training that we would normally do did get postponed, but that's okay. We have next week, maybe, hopefully. Then started to do some work around the house because I knew that we have a flea issue. And because of the flea issue, I was aware of it and saying, okay, since we have this flea issue, this isn't going to work because my little girl keeps bringing in fleas. And so, please and thank you. Let's end this nightmare. Um, she keeps jumping onto this one particular carpet that's in the house. There is no other carpet in the house that can't be washed. So I vacuumed it and vacuumed it and vacuumed it and did the laundry in that room as well. And did a complete and thorough clean over. By the way, none of this was in the plans or agenda for the day, but still did this. And did the bagging of recycling once I realized, oh, by the way, we're going to be able to actually get rid of the recycling because, oh, surprise, she shows up while I'm taking a rest after cleaning up her room. She took over, and I was like, thank you. So while she took over doing what I was starting, I'm like, nope, it's yours. Go do it. I've got things to do. I finished up the recycling and took care of that, getting it all bagged. And as soon as I got it finished up, got it bagged, tagged, ready to go, and we had one misplace after another misplace. And I'm like looking at this stuff that's in front of my area to be able to get to and from places at some stairwell. And I'm like, okay, this has been here for days. It needs to go. And I was like thinking, okay, we're going to have to wait until tomorrow. Surprise, she shows up so early. We weren't expecting her until like now. And she showed up 5 hours ago. So it's like, thank you, blessings on many parts because her body was giving out on her too. So, because her body was giving out on her, she had to stop anyways. So, what she did was she went on a hike. So, that was great for her, but it also left me a chance to get her really going on cleaning her room. And she said, by the way, these purses don't work because their zipper broke. And I said, you do know I'm the queen of fixing this kind of thing. That's just my thing. I repurpose this kind of thing like it's second nature to me. She says, I know, but I'm telling you. Thank you. That's all I need to know. Consider it a done deal. I just need to find a zipper to go with it because I don't have any zippers, but we'll figure it out. So now that I know that we have some zipper issues, we can take care of those. But while she was doing that, I was able to finish up the recycling, get things cleared out, get things cleaned up, and I still was like, I grabbed the wrong dog food. I grabbed it for a Shih Tzu, and my dog's a Yorkie. So I had to get that changed out. So we ended the night with returning a bunch of pasta. So I did an exchange. It was an even exchange. Just had to put it through differently because of the codes. Not a big deal. They're like, nah, we got this. Don't worry about it. And traded out the food, turned in the recycling, and I made a deposit of $106. Yes! In the process of it all, I got the compliment of a lifetime that I cherish, and I'm so thankful for a video of all this stuff. My family's not good on compliments, especially not my dad's side of the family. You get a compliment, you take it, even if it's backhanded. You just, if it's there, you just like, gold, it's here, thank you. My uncle explained to me, because I noticed this guy was sitting there kind of out of it. He was just not coherent. And I knew that he's one of those who have mental health issues. And I told him that he's one of those that I used to have to deal with in the neighborhood, but he finally figured out he needed to go somewhere else because he has a car and he can go traveling and stuff, and he does. And these people who don't have a place, they travel from one to another location to pick up, and that's fine. I physically don't have the strength. I mentally don't have the strength, so I do what I can with what I've got. My uncle then said something that I'm so and he's never mentioned this before, so for me it was huge. He said, you do realize Steve Jobs started out with recycling. That's how he got started. He says, you know who Steve Jobs is? Yeah, I know who Steve Jobs is. Only Terry Savelle Foy has mentioned Steve Jobs. Amanda Rose has mentioned Steve Jobs. I think Tony Babcock and Tony Robbins have both mentioned Steve Jobs. I know for a fact for Dean Graziosi has mentioned Steve Jobs. And for you to mention Steve Jobs in comparison to me of doing recycling, that was for him. That was a backhanded compliment. He doesn't know how to give the family doesn't know how to do very well in compliments. So yes. Oh my God, yes. That means he's not upset with me for doing recycling. He's encouraging me to find my ground, to find my Job basis. And I say Job because he then compared it to Job, as in the book of the Bible, Job, and the Bible man Job. And he says it's interesting that Job is in Steve Jobs' name. So I'm just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you have made it to this point, I am so stoked to be able to say of the people that I have mentioned, I have actually gotten to know personally Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Tony Babcock, Amanda Rose, Sophie B, Steve Jobs, I have yet to meet. He's one that, now that I know, I would really like to see. I'd like to share with him a concept that just came to me and see what his input is on it. Because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is just too much. Between him and the founder of Tesla, Elon Musk, between the two of them, sharing them my concept, sharing with other millionaires about the concept that I have that is actually, it does exist, but not the extent that I'm talking about. Or at least I don't believe so. I could be wrong. But if you've made it this far, congratulations. I am just so excited and so just like, gosh, my uncle complimented me in such a really wild way. And I am so grateful to Katie Wood because she has been so amazingly uplifting, and she's got a program that's starting this next week, and I hope people, the women that she works with, just grow exponentially. And I'm just like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. Anyhow, have a blessed night, and until next time.